This is Outdated, and welcome back to Outdated Reviews. And today we're going to look at the Tales from the Loop starter set by Free League Publishing. It's a role-playing game in the 80s that never was. And you're going to notice this colored swatch over here. It's a Tales of the Loop thing. They put that little color in the corner. So you can see the box and its thickness. This is basically the size of all the Free League boxes. It's a beautiful box, like the colors and all that. It's a really nice box. So let's take a look at the back here. As the robot thundered across the rye field towards the police van, I realized a line had been crossed, and that it had been crossed many hours earlier that day. Maybe it happened when we broke into the warehouse down at Satuna, when Olaf, like the one that likes warm hugs, found that strange backpack. I should have realized it then, when Olaf slipped his hand into the big glove and the thing under the tarp came to life. Or maybe it all started when we ran away from home before lunch. Summer days are so full of events, it's hard to remember how they all fit together. Simon Stålenhag is the internationally lauded artist and author of Tales from the Loop and Things from the Flood, narrative art books that stunned the world with a vision of an alternate Scandinavia in the 1980s and 90s, where technology invaded tranquil landscapes to form an entirely new universe of the eerie and the nostalgic. Now you can step into the amazing world of the Loop. In this tabletop role-playing game based on Simon Stålenhag's books, you'll play teenagers solving spectacular mysteries connected to the Loop. Just make sure you're home in time for dinner. This starter set includes everything you need to begin: an illustrated rulebook explaining how to play the game, a complete mystery called The Recycled Boy, 5 pre-generated characters ready for you to play, a large full-color map of the land of the Loop, and 10 engraved custom dice. Tales from the Loop is both exciting and emotional, fantastical and realistic, and is unlike any other game on my shelf, Geek and Sundry, and winner of 5 Gold Annie Awards: Best Game, Best Interior Art, Best Setting, Best Writing, and Product of the Year. And this is from the Annies of 2017. Okay, so let's take a look at this thing. Okay, I'm opening up the box, and as usual, really nice, sturdy box from Free League. This might be just a tiny bit less thick than the ones I've looked at in previous videos, but still way better than basically anybody else's. Okay, what do we have here? We have a catalog of their stuff. We're just going to get that out of the way. Comes with dice. Check. That's one of the things I'm always looking for, is dice. This uses the Year Zero engine. So what you've got is you roll a series of 6-sided dice based on your attribute and skill, and you try to get a 6. So sake of argument, let's say I have an attribute that's a 2 and a skill that's a 3. That adds up to 5. I'm going to grab 5 6-sided dice, and I'm going to try to roll a 6. And what do I have? A 6 right there. And then I have a couple 3s, a 5, and a 1. So I succeeded because I rolled a 6. There we go. That's how it works, right? Okay. We have on top here the rules book, and that might be, well, it's kind of plain, but what can I say? Let's take a look at it. Come on, dice. I'd like to get these dice put back up. Okay, nobody wants to go to the left side. What's the problem with the left side? There we go. I see you're doing that. All right, you just wanted to be on top there, didn't you? There you go. So we have our dice. So here's our rule book. It is saddle stapled. Not much in the way of art on the outside. 32 pages. It's pretty short. Pretty thick cardstock for the cover. The inside, nice glossy paper. The color orange is a really nice fit here. The layout is really neat. I really like the layout. So we have chapter 1, and so there's no table of contents here, but it tells us at each chapter 1, and there's everything in that chapter. All right. So welcome to the Loop. Explains how things work, what role-playing games are, telling you to go get the main book. Another piece of stunning art. More stunning art. Chapter 2, more stunning art. There's a lot of amazing art in here. More art. 80s. I remember I had a Commodore VIC-20. Mixtapes, yeah. The art is just unbelievable. Your characters are kids. You have archetypes that you can choose from. I don't think this does not come with character creation rules. But you will have some pre-gens. Trouble is what you call an adventure. And it's explaining how your characters react to trouble. Or is it mysteries? I can't remember. So it explains the skills. And that's it. This is extremely rules light. Like, most Year Zero games are rules light. This is rules light on a level of rules light that I didn't think you could rules light. It's so rules light. You're going to recognize it if you've played a Year Zero game before, but it's just that core level. It doesn't do any of the depth stuff. Okay, the Recycled Boy came with an adventure. I wanted that too, and now I have it. So let's take a look. Same cardstock cover. This is 16 pages. So kind of light in content. Let's take a look. Here's the adventure. Now here's the question. How much of the scenario is eaten up by art and how much of it is actual scenario? Okay, we've got maps. You can set it in Scandinavia or you can set it in Boulder City, Nevada in the US. And it gives you both settings. And that's how the main game is too. Or it has rules in the main game, like in the core book, to set up in any town you want, including your own. I totally plan to do that. Lots of art for like maps and pictures and stuff. The scenario itself, that was it. That's the whole thing. The art's gorgeous. I mean, everything about, but we've got a 32-page rule book that honestly, with the amount of art that was in there, we could probably done that in 16. We have a 16-page adventure that I think with the art in there, we can done it in 12. Here's a big poster map. High quality cardstock. I don't know what it is with Free League and their maps, but their maps are amazing. Here's the loop map for the Malaren facility, so that's in Switzerland. Here's the poster map for Boulder City, Nevada in the US. Their maps are stunning, I have to say. Now that's actually small for their maps, but still. Oh, here's our pre-gens. Wait. Okay. Maria or Kelly. Okay. Maria is the name she would go by in Scandinavia. Kelly's the name that she would go by in the US. Maria is a name in the US. But either way, let's take a look at I'm just going to do, let's say we're going to look up player 3, whoever that is. But that's Maria. There's their character sheet right there on the back. Tim, or in the US, Timmy. Timmy. Sorry, not that Timmy. There's his character sheet. Okay. Frederick, or Chad. What's with the shorts? Oh, that's right, 80s. Frederick is also a name. Why not just call him Fred? Or Frederick with a CK. You know, I mean, either way. Sometimes it feels like your love is a joke to Maria, as if she is only pretending to love you back. But it doesn't matter. Whatever happens, you will make her see that the two of you are meant to be together. Dude, you're starting to creep me out from 2023 eyes looking back. And it is nice to hang out with her and Tim and her friend Linda and Maria's younger sister Isabella. But you wish there was a little more time for the two of you to be alone. You hardly get to see her at all, and now the coach is nagging at you to train more. People keep saying you are the golden boy in school, the star of the school team, rich parents and the most popular girl at your side. Then how come life feels really hard? On top of that, you've started to think that your dad is having an affair with another woman, and mom doesn't have a clue. So here is his stats For Frederick/Chad, he's 13. His character type is the Jock. Body of 5, Tech of 2, Heart of 3, Mind of 3. He has Force skill at 3, Move at 3, Tinker at 1, Program at 1, and Contact at 2. Here's his relationships. His items, he runs around with a hockey stick. And his hideout, the treehouse in Maria's garden. That's his character sheet. So we also have Isabella, or apparently Patricia in America, because they don't think people in America have the name Isabella. They do. There's their character sheet. And Linda. Again, you could have just used that here, but they used Erin with the E-R-I-N. Okay, interesting. So what do we have here? We have pre-generated character sheets. That's something I want. And I like the character sheets. They're good. The naming thing's a little weird, but you know. So that's one of the things I want, right? We have a beautiful map. Beautiful map. I love the map, right? We have a adventure. It's very short, but we have one. That's 2 of the things I want. We have a concise explanation of the rules. That's 3 of the things I want. We have dice. That's 4 of the things I want. Generally speaking, if you do all of those things to the satisfactory level, you're going to score a 7, which is 70 passing, right? The dice are good. They're cut dice. I mean, I can actually feel it through the plastic. They're not just screen printed, so that's nice. My issue is in the rules and the scenario. There's just not enough here. That's a lot of empty box, right? I mean, if I could have had like one more book explaining like the world of the loop, say 16 pages for Scandinavia, 16 pages for the US and what it looks like, that would have been awesome. That would have like elevated this higher than what I'm going to give it. If you would have given me another adventure like this one, because that's just one short adventure, you know, and it's not even very long. Bear in mind, the Call of Cthulhu set comes with 4, and the shortest of those is at least 3 times that length. Or the Alien one comes with 1, and that one adventure is bigger than all of this. Or, and I mean, just sticking with Free League stuff. I don't want to mention any of the sets I haven't like posted videos of yet. So I'm going to stick with stuff that I have actually recorded videos of or have premiered. But this just seems really light. I feel like they didn't give us enough here. They gave us some of what we wanted. They excelled at certain things. Layout, art. Bear in mind this whole thing's based on an art book, so you'd think the art should come kind of naturally. Quality, right, as far as quality production. But it just falls short somehow, right? It is not more than the sum of its parts. It might be just a hair less than the sum of its parts. And I hate to, because Free League, if you've been watching these videos, I have a very high opinion of them. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe I am biased, and I think that their product should be at a certain level. And that level might be unrealistic. But this, although good, does not meet that level. So let me preface my score by saying this. I intend to get my former D&D group that we used to play way back in the day. And I've already started this process. I'm going to create our hometown, the one that we played in Tales from the Loop. I'm creating us as teenagers, as characters, and they're going to all show up. And then I'm going to uncork it on them because they have no idea what Tales of the Loop is. Tales from the Loop, is. And we're going to play an adventure in our own town as ourselves back then, which is really amazing because all of us are very different now than we were back then. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. This game has a place. But the starter set specifically, I just don't think it lives up to where we need to go with this. When I get the core book reviewed, I have a feeling it will be a higher score than this, but I give the Tales from the Loop starter set by Free League Publishing, role-playing in the 80s that never was, a 6 out of 10. I know that's below passing, and I hate it. If we're talking like school terms, that does mean they can still take credit recovery and get the credit, yay, and they can bump it to a 70. I just needed more. Especially Free League starter sets, which generally are just stellar. This one, not so much. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I upload videos every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and I hope to see you in the next one. This has been Outdated. Peace.